Okay, I'll start with poem about my wrestling match with an angel. Quote from Kenneth Copeland: "Sometimes you can tell what something is by what it isn't." This is called God's desire to reproduce himself. Will it be leaders or will it be movements? And how often has it come? And was Adam enough? Check the Arcana, that's where he speaks, Nesba. Why do the bullies think they're God or gods? Why does Shtupa got us, little boy? Stalin wept for the world not one, Beria his wandering dick. When gods come to earth, it is to kill, to torture, enslave, and to steal. But here we stand, or sit, or lie, the sons and the daughters of God, by gum, broken and torn and delusional saps, the heirs and the heiresses, ever in hock to the lies. The prayers that ask, were we wrongly conceived, are the ones that have brought in the coin. Those riches are used to inflict mere pain, and salvation is only a bait and switch. Or will the spellbound fall heir to the realm? And when he's reproduced, where will he go? Another explosion to wipe it all out and then to start over again? Okay, uh, there it is. Uh, Julian Barnes wrote, "Memories of childhood were the dreams that stayed with you after you woke." It's called Young in the Heart. The children are brave enough to slay the dragon from the fairy tale. Their lives are still a fiction full of joy. They live a happy, clueless myth. Unless bad care, misshapen grown-ups force them into kiddie jail. The happy children are so brave, they live each day in a fairy tale. They're promised much, and if they're dupes, adulthood is a holy grail. They eat life like an orange, drink the juice, while few adults will bite below the pith. Brave children have so much faith in slaying dragons from a fairy tale. A life of fiction can still be full of joy as we all seek a happy, canny myth. Okay. This is called Wages Paid. I wished that love were in the air, that justice ruled the ether, that it were true the every vow pledged by the lying gods. They hold us in their velvet iron, devise the schisms each from other. I wished for love in all the air, for justice in the ether. Their justice is a joker's game, their love is like the weather. They're not the gods they try to mime, the casino stacks the odds. I blindly wished for loving air, for justice ruling ether, but it was true the every vow intended by those lying sods. From a movie called Awakenings, based on Oliver Sacks's book. There's a remark, "Followed the will of the ball," spoken sarcastically. This is called Hindrances. Some will not accept the story told, nor its effect through converse states of private minds. The cowardice of closeted convictions, blindness both of mind and eye, may well explain all loss. The reasons for repression are as varied as the rules that block each new idea that one can find. And some reject the story being lived or its conclusion due to various states of private minds. It may sound reasonable to you, but I call it poetry, said the banker from a hunting blind. Tradition, common sense, and what we've always done are often played to honor some mad ghost. Some cannot accept a truth new found or implications converse to their states of private mind. The cowardice of our arrogant conviction, blindness both of mind and eye, may well explain our loss. Okay, Darwin said, the impossibility of conceiving that this grand and wondrous universe with our conscious selves arose through chance seems to me the chief argument for the existence of God. This is called Ontogeny Recapitulates Phylogeny. Thoughts awry and scrolled ideas feed and form the words of the songs we'll sing. Choirs and solos seek reunion with chants and war cries from bush and scrub. We turn and strive, we torture muscle, bone, and mind and search for David's ring, with twisted thoughts and curved ideas to form librettos for the operas we'd sing. The speech of the beasts and the cicadas' songs have led into jazz and rock and swing. Angry youth and barroom brawls, the beds, the highs are my tickets into the poets' club. Manias, mistakes, and bad ideas compose lyric and air of the themes we sing. Choirs and solos have pedigrees of chants and war cries from bush and scrub. And this is called Lull, last one. I catch a slight drift of vanilla air that some might perhaps sense as a scant, hungry glaze. It is barely a jingle, only a tone, just catching the sun in a moment of time. It isn't a wonder, it lasts but a nonce, but I sit back in my calloused chair, slip away from the days. Is that really vanilla, this drifting of air? And why would I sense just a scant, hungry glaze? What of these dust motes, my day-to-day thoughts? Why have I built such a frangible maze? If ever you felt that your life isn't you, are you played by a front or an irritating mime? I catch a slight drift of vanilla air that some might perhaps sense as a scant, hungry glaze. It is barely a jingle, only a tone, just catching the sun in a moment of time. Thank you.
Barely a jingle, only a tone, catching the sun in a moment of time. Wow. Words of infinite resonance. I love that. And, this social criticism that you do so well, and the kind of, doubting approach, there's the cynical approach to culture. Their lives are still a fiction full of joy. Wow. As we all seek a happy, canny miss. And with that, he dismisses the illusions of the masses. Um, Choirs and
Got
solos.
nothing against the masses, David.
Well, I mean the deluded masses. Um, Choirs and solos seek reunion. I love this blindness, both of mind and eye, may well explain our loss. Incredible stuff. And the way you build things sometimes around an epigraph, like follow the will of the ball. It's incredible what you do in your brilliance, dancing around these great ideas. So, wow, kudos to you. Whatever a kudo is, you deserve a bunch of them. And as always, your turgid rhythms are so inescapable. They're so present. Okay, one second here.